Okay, before we hop into slating and tips on slating, remember, you're not just doing voiceover. You want to do this long term? You gotta build a business. And I love this quote by, I think it was Chris Williamson. He said, "No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to make sure you follow through. The world doesn't owe you motivation. You either show up for yourself every single day or watch someone else take what could have been yours. It's up to us to take our responsibility for our voiceover career. Let that empower you." Okay, on to slating. If you're auditioning for a national commercial ad, spot, or as they're now calling it, image film, or a large casting company, more than likely they'll either ask for you not to slate or just slate your name. But when you're auditioning on a pay-to-play site, online casting site, or for a roster, you typically won't get any specific slating instructions. In this case, this audition slate tip could actually help you book the job. It's helped both Heidi and me. So one technique we use is in this audition slate tip. Tell the client or buyer what to expect in your audition. Here's an example. Mike Stout, 2 takes. First take conversational, second take energetic, inspirational. Or sometimes I'll even say, Mike Stout, 2 slightly different takes. So why in the world would you want to do something like this? Well, here are some great reasons for you. It lets the buyer know up front that you're giving them 2 different reads. So if they get through the first one, they might not continue listening if they didn't know that you had another one in there. 2, gives vocabulary to the buyer for each read, educating them in the process. 3, tells the buyer you're a professional. 4, it educates the buyer about specs. And if they know about what those are, it lets the buyer know you understand the specs, have your grasp of your own range and the range with which you can take this voiceover audition. 5, shows the buyer you're directable. Keeps the buyer listening if your voice matches what they want, but maybe doesn't get it in the first delivery. Recently, Heidi booked a job because she actually did this. The buyer ended up preferring her second take, and because she gave them the vocabulary to describe it, they reiterated her words to her, describing the take. They actually said that the slate kept them listening since they liked her voice on the first take, but it wasn't the pace or tone that they were looking for. Sure enough, the second take was exactly what they wanted, and they kept listening because she told them there was a second take. As with a lot of things in voiceover, this isn't a tip that you could just broadly apply to each and every audition. It worked on the pay-to-play site because there were only 50 auditions that they were listening to. If they're 500, they probably wouldn't have time for you to describe your takes. So keep leaning in to learning about this industry and the needs of the buyer. The more you learn, the more you can give, and the more you'll understand what to use and when. These are the nuances in voiceover. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about building your voiceover business, Heidi and I created the Business Branding and Marketing course just for you. You get 10 core training videos covering how you figure out your brand, including what makes you stand out, your story, and a whole lot more to market your strengths. You'll learn the best way to write your bio, budget, get insurance, whether you should incorporate, and a whole lot more. You think you need that? I'll put a 25% off code in the notes as well as a link. Plus, we throw in a bunch of bonuses just to make it a no-brainer. Outside of that, stick around for next week. I'm going to talk money, how to get a higher rate when quoting voiceover. Yes, it can be done. Thanks for watching. Our mission is to equip, elevate, and inspire you in your voiceover journey. And as you go about your voiceover business, think outside the box. Cheers to you and your voiceover career.
Have you spent a bunch of time going through voiceover training only to now feel lost and not sure what your next steps are?
Or maybe you had a little success and started booking some voiceover jobs feeling good, but then it died down a little, and now you're unsure about how to create that long and sustainable career.
Or wish you had a support group to inspire you, hold you accountable, and answer those ever-elusive industry questions that come up all the time.
Well, we've been in your shoes, having to try to figure it all out in pieces here and there. So that's why we want to introduce you to the Atlanta Voiceover Studio and ProVoiceoverTraining.com VO Mentorship Membership.
I know, like you need another membership, right? Yeah, we totally get it. But listen, the right one can make all the difference in a business.
Yeah, the reason we wanted to do this was because so many people go through training, get demos, maybe learn about voiceover from video courses like our own, ProVoiceoverTraining.com, or other places to train.
But when it came to actually putting it into practice and building a business, it felt overwhelming, confusing, and for some, maybe you, paralyzing.
Yeah, we could have created a workshop or class for this and it would have been worth it, but we wanted a solution that was for talent, that was just more affordable, convenient, and valuable.
We also wanted to be right there with you, helping you along the way as much as we could.
So before we jump into what the monthly mentorship membership covers, Let's talk about the extras first.
Members will get first access to sign up for Industry Pro workouts. These are virtual small group opportunities to read for agents, casting directors, or creative directors, receive their feedback, and get to know them better. And we only have 15 spots for each, so they fill up quickly.
And you get $20 off Industry Pro workouts as members. The mentorship membership is only $25 a month, so if you love doing the Industry Pro workouts anyway, the membership basically pays for itself.
And on top of the Industry Pro workouts, we'll also occasionally give members discounts to training and other offerings.
And those are just the bonuses. Each month you'll get
professional training modules. These are live Zooms we'll host monthly along with industry expert guests, and topics range from industry insights, business strategies, performance, and more.
A resource library, a collection of past Zoom sessions, scripts, audition prep guides, tech setup guides, and reference materials for different genres.
Toolkits. These are downloadable resources like vocal warm-ups, exercises, and script breakdowns to build a solid foundation in voiceover.
Plus, and this is a biggie, you'll have access to our private community message board where you can ask questions and get support. Now, we built out this membership to grow with you no matter where you are in your voiceover journey.
So we hope you'll join us. Take the next step toward a rewarding voiceover career with mentorship that grows with you. Join today for only $25 a month.